That sudden bad day, the spike in pain, the stiffness, the moments where everything feels off, that has a way of convincing people that their shoulder recovery is falling apart, even when nothing is actually going wrong. One day feels manageable, the next day feels alarming. And in that moment, it's very hard not to assume the worst. Hi, I'm Dr. Dan, orthopedic surgeon, and I've helped thousands of people recover from shoulder surgery and shoulder recovery. I make these videos to give people clear, honest guidance when recovery feels confusing or stressful. I hear this all the time from reasonable, careful people. They say, something's up. I was doing fine yesterday. Today I can barely lift my arm. I must have messed it up. And what's striking isn't just the concern, it's how quickly the rough day rewrites the entire story. Weeks of steady progress disappear in an instant. Sleep that had been improving suddenly feels irrelevant. Exercises that were manageable feel threatening. They start replaying everything they did. Did I sleep wrong? Did I reach too far? Did I push too hard? Did I undo the surgery? That spiral doesn't come from weakness. It comes from not being taught how recovery actually behaves. When no one explains that healing is uneven, the brain fills in the gaps, and it usually fills them with fear. If you're early after shoulder surgery and trying to make sense of what's normal versus what actually needs attention, I do have a free post-op surgery checklist. It's in the links below. It walks you through some classic questions in recovery. So one bad day doesn't hijack your confidence or convince you that everything's unraveling. In a minute, I want to show you why surgeons don't evaluate recovery by individual days and what we actually look for instead, because that shift alone takes a lot of pressure off and helps you interpret what your shoulder is telling you more accurately. Most people expect recovery to behave in this nice straight line, a little better each day, a little stronger each week, a gradual, predictable climb back to normal. That expectation makes sense. It's how progress works in most parts of life. But biologically, it's not how healing works. Tissue heals in phases. Inflammation rises and falls, nerves recalibrate, muscles relearn coordination, and all of that is influenced by things that have nothing to do with damage. Sleep quality, stress, weather changes, how active you were the day before, how tense your body overall is. So when a bad day shows up, your brain tries to explain it. And that easy explanation, most emotionally available one, is damage. That's how panic sneaks in. The problem isn't the bad days itself, it's the meaning people attach to it. Without framework, every flare feels like evidence. And once that thought takes hold, people start guarding, backing off unnecessarily, or constantly checking their shoulder for reassurance. Ironically, that reaction often makes things feel worse. If you've had a day during recovery that made you stop and think, did I ruin this? You're not alone. Share it in the comments below. Many people recognize themselves in these stories. Here's the mental model I want you to use instead. Recovery is judged by trends, not episodes. One bad day does not outweigh weeks of progress. Surgeons don't ask, how did it feel yesterday? We ask, how is it behaving over time? We look for patterns. Is motion steadily decreasing week after week? Is pain climbing and staying elevated instead of settling? Is function declining instead of rebounding? Those patterns matter. A single flare that settles, especially after sleep, activity, or stress, it's usually just noise in the system. Your shoulder is adapting. Adaptation isn't quiet, it isn't smooth, and it doesn't happen on a daily schedule. Think about it this way. If healing were perfectly linear, everyone would recover at the same pace. They don't. Some people feel very little pain but are still healing. Others feel a lot of discomfort and heal just as well. Pain is information, but early on, it's unreliable information. What matters more is direction. Are you, over time, able to do slightly more? Does stiffness eventually loosen instead of tightening? Does function rebound after rest? Those are the signals surgeons trust. Inside my shoulder recovery method, this is one of the first orientation shifts we make, helping people interpret signals correctly so they don't overreact to normal fluctuations. The goal early isn't optimization, it's stability. Understanding what's noise versus what deserves attention keeps people from making reactive decisions that actually can slow the recovery. If you're having a rough day, it doesn't mean you're behind. It doesn't mean you broke something. It doesn't mean you failed. It means recovery is doing what recovery does, moving forward with some turbulence along the way. Your job isn't to eliminate every bad day. That's impossible. Your job is to understand bad days well enough that they don't steal your confidence or derail your momentum. When you stop treating every flare as a verdict, recovery becomes steadier. Not because symptoms disappear, but because fear loses its grip. If this helps settle your nerves, the next question most people will have is whether a setback is just noise or something they actually need attention. The next video to watch is it a setback or a red flag? It walks you through how to tell the difference calmly and clearly without guessing. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week. See you next Thursday.